reporting to you live from somewhere in Madison Square Garden in New York City. Welcome to the first official Cat Girl Titties Mutuals NBA End of Season Awards. Listen, so I had this idea for an award show for my mutuals. You know, I first of all, I just wanted to celebrate everybody, end of the year, you know, with a wrap up, and also I just kind of had a thought in my head once, like, oh, what if I gave one of my mutuals like Rookie of the Year and Most Improved Player, right? So I thought this would be fun. If you are currently watching this video and you haven't clicked away, thank you so much. I just want people to watch this. I thought it'd be really fun. But anyways, let's get into this. If you're not familiar with sports, at the end of the year, they give awards to like people who fulfilled specific kind of accomplishments, and then they give people an award for those accomplishments. So like, you know, the best new player of that year gets the Rookie of the Year award. There's Most Improved Player, and we're gonna go through all those awards, and I'm gonna translate them into what they mean to be like, you know, one of my friends on the internet. Isn't that cute? All right, so let's get started. Let's just get right into it. I also want to mention that I did this pretty much all today for the most part, even though I've had this concept in my mind for quite a while now. It's a little late for me right now, but I'm just going to record this. It's going to be a fun time. All right, so candidates for Rookie of the Year are Earth Pony, Munson B, White Chad Warden, Nox Seraph, and Spider-Man. Now again, I'm a little underprepared here, and I haven't selected a winner yet. So let's just kind of think about this, right? These are all people that I became mutuals with this year, and I think all of them were very good mutuals to me, and I'm glad to have made friends of them this year. With that being said, I think I'm going to give this award to White Chad Warden. I mean, you know, spoiler for this thing, he's in the All-Star game, so like, you know, he's really good. But to everyone else that was in the Rookie of the Year race, congratulations. I'm so glad to have made friends with you this year. The Most Improved Player. Now, this one's actually the one that made me think of this little concept of a video anyways. And that was because I met, shout out Mapes, and when we met up in person, even though we didn't really talk too much prior to that, I'm now completely, shout out Mapes pilled. This is one of the most awesome people I've met in my life. I also, you know, when I thought of that too, I was like, I should probably make a video out of this because Leaf Joe is also one of the like Most Improved Player candidates. We barely talked, you know, I realized we became mutuals last May, and then we started talking a little bit at the end of the year, and then now we talk every day, and I met with them, and they're awesome. And also my Big Mickey, because every single year, you know, I've been mutual with Mickey for a long time, but every year we just get closer and closer. And this is going to be the only award that I give this out to two people. This one goes to both Shout Out Mapes and Leaf Show. I know I made this award just for Shout Out Mapes. I know I made this entire video just for Shout Out Mapes to get this award. But how do I go from not talking to someone pretty much to them becoming like maybe one of my best friends ever? I'm just saying. Leaf Show also has to be in this too. But and also, shout out to Mickey for also making the list. Sixth Man of the Year in the NBA is basically like the next up person that helps contribute to winning the game, you know? They're not somebody who's like a big star on the team that like starts the game, but they do help and like kind of assist in things. And to me, I was like, if that was a type of mutual, to me that's like a person that I don't interact with very much, but you know, I always see him around. So I realized I kind of have a lot of candidates for this one. I didn't think I would have a lot of candidates for this one. Everyone listed here, thank you for always being in the notes. I'm always here to talk though, like if you want to like hang out and like we can like, you know, start chats and shit, but you know, anyways, this one has to go to a legacy pick. Phoenix 17 has literally been lighting up my notes for a long time. And I don't think we've ever said a single word to each other. I don't think they've even like said anything in a note. And if any of these people have a side log that they interact with me more on, I'm not very good at deciphering whose side log is who for the most part. So shout out to everybody that's in this list. Again, hit me up. in the NBA, there is a Defensive Player of the Year award. Obviously, you play offense and defense, so when there's one person that's really good at defense, they give an award to them. And I was like, maybe this will just be the one where it's like the person who's always got my back, you know? Person that's always, you know, if some post happens on the dashboard, they come up to me and they're like, oh my god, I can't believe they said that. So the candidates for DPOY are going to be Leaf Joe and Pixie. I do also want to give a shout out to Minnesotan Gothic, because they do actually, they always got my back, but I didn't really think about it at the start because, like, not really on the dashboard, you know, but just in real life, they always got my back. I'm gonna have to give this one probably to Pixie though. Leaf Joe, like, every time there is like something that happens on my dash or like someone says something in the notes, they always DM me like, what the fuck? But Pixie, like, straight up had my back all throughout this year, and yeah, it goes without saying. DPOY, the person that's been defending me, Pixie. Coach of the Year. Now, Coach of the Year in the NBA goes to a coach who coached the team to victory really well. And I'm like, what should that be for a Tumblr mutual end of the year list? And I was like, you know what, maybe the Coach of the Year is like the account that boosted my posts the most, or like you know, shouted me out, like taught me new things, that kind of thing, you know. Someone that kind of like boosted me up, specifically on the dashboard. These are the people who, like, I remember, like, I made a post and then they helped it get a lot more notes. Kind of a silly award, but yeah. And of course the people that did this year are Sega Mascot, Crime Wave 420, Fresh You Definitely, Del Mondo, Clover, Toriel 2, and Dickmaster. I'm gonna have to give this one to Fresh You Definitely though, not because, you know, obviously I have a big bias towards them, but they legitimately, I can think of like three of my bigger posts that I got this year. It all happened because of a Fresh Definitely repost. It's also a legacy award because pretty much all of my successful posts are because of Fresh Definitely, including the one that, like, I attribute to meeting like most of my friends on here, which was the little photo shoot I did. Yeah. So thank you, Eli, for all the help that you do, boosting my posts, and also just making life so much better for so many people. Clutch Player of the Year was an award that they just kind of made up recently for basketball. But I wanted to give this award to someone who just came in clutch for me, you know? Like, you know, sometimes you'll just need somebody and you go to the dashboard and then, you know, you try to signal for help. Somebody's got your back, you know? Some people always got my back on this website. Whenever I post something and I need something, you guys have always reached out. But for this year in particular, I wanted to highlight a few of them. Rave Death and Heaven Bound, they came in clutch this year because I asked for music suggestions and they gave me some of my favorite songs of all time through DMs. Pups to Dust, this one is actually just a mention because I didn't do these awards last year. And Pups to Dust's clutch moment last year was basically introducing me to Liz, my partner that I live with right now. So, you know, that's, in any other year, that would definitely take the cake. But I just wanted to mention it because I didn't mention it last year. And then the last two, one of them is Binary Transitions. I really wanted to give it to Binary Transitions because, so I posted something a little bit like, does anybody have this picture? But truth is, I actually had the picture the whole time. I posted that asking for a picture, and then Binary Transitions came in and actually, like, found it for me. So I wanted to shout out Binary Transitions for finding that image for me this year. And I didn't even acknowledge it until later, and I hope that you saw me acknowledging it later, because you got it. You know, I really appreciated that. But of course, Clutch Player of the Year has to go to Myopic Mickey, my Clutch Player of the Year. I was kind of down on my luck, so I was like, hey, you know, I mean, if you guys want to give me some money, I'll edit a video for you, or like write some jokes. I don't know, like, I'll do some stuff. Mickey was the only one that donated, and it was really helpful. So thank you to Mickey forever. This award goes out to the person who exhibits the most sportsmanship in the NBA, right? Someone who's polite, nice, and, you know, just all together a real stand-up person. For me, I know everybody's really nice to me. I've made such great friends on this website. but the decision was no thought at all. I couldn't even consider anyone else. This goes out to 12th December 2017. The nicest person I know. Just an absolute sweetheart. During All-Star Weekend, there's 2 other events that NBA players are in. One of them is the Rising Stars game. That's where like players that are like on the come up, you know, that you can see are like really gonna start becoming really good players soon. They play in that one. And these are the mutuals that I think I really want to get closer to in the near future, if things go well. Those people are the Gay Agenda, 69420, Spider-Man, GibbonHug.gif, and Sequi. With these people, I hope they just meet them in person, because I think they'd be fantastic people to hang out with. There's also the dunk contest during All-Star Weekend. That's probably one of the more well-known events during All-Star Weekend. I just wanted to give this to people that I think made great posts this year, or made like a really memorable post, you know, who got the dunk of the year, you know. That's just stupid little translation I did there, but yeah. And my contests, the contestants this year for the dunk contest are Jelly Girl, White Chad Warden, Meezer, and Grotesque. Great posting from everybody this year. Jelly Girl had some great art. White Chad Warden had some really good original posts, and then, you know, just made some great additions too in replies that got screenshotted. Grotesque just banger after banger on the blog. I'm gonna have to give it to Meezer though. And the thing about that is, there we go. And none of y'all can see those posts because they're private. So just trust me. In fact, today's New Year's and this shit just dropped. So like, and then we get to the All-Stars. This is the part that everybody's probably been waiting for. These are the people that I thought were my, you know, just the absolute biggest joys to see on the dashboard. I also have this separated into 2 categories. You know, in basketball, it's East and West. So this one I'm like, how about IRL and URL, you know? People who I've seen in real life and not in real life. I thought this would be dominated by people that I met in real life. So I put them separately, but then it turns out I actually have a lot of people on the URL that I also kept on this list. So yeah, All-Stars for IRL, White Chad Warden, Minnesotan Gothic, Bacon, Problematic MILF, Vague Nostalgia Invading, Pixie, Bigum, 12 December 2017, Radically Dreaming, 3 of Swords, Jelly Girl, Shoutout Mapes, Gaslight, Gravedig Ghoul Boss, Vaporkin, Metafectics, Fresh to Definitely, Grotesque, Crime Wave 420, and Chadwick. Now, you guys all probably realize by this point, these are some of my closest friends in the world. I love them all so much. If you're on this list, hell yeah, like, thank you for being in my life. And for the URL All-Stars, we got Thanzy, Spider-Man, Myopic Mickey, Awuniper, Sylvie, Guacamole, 113028, Karu Nagisa, 5 Cent Appointment, All Cats Are Babies, Mold Honey, A-Rat, Celestial Sluts, Heavenbound, Ren Slice, Bald Rights, Dark Nova Latte. Oh, that's the first time you've probably heard me pronounce your name, actually. I hope I've never known how to pronounce it. But. Kunai with Pain, The Rave Death, Opossum Pitcher, Mispronouncing Michelangelo, PK Frogs, and of course, Flowery Graves. To all of you that were also on this list, I really appreciate, you know, having you in my life as well. So many of you. And if I ever get the chance to meet any of you, I know we're gonna have a good time. That's gonna be great. And of course, the award that everybody is aware of by this point, even if you don't follow sports, MVP, Most Valuable Player. Who was the mutual in my life that gave me so much joy, you know, was there for me all the time, is the love of my life, and is just the pure of heart, most confident, like, optimistic individual, full of like positive energy. You think I wasn't gonna give it to Liz? I'm giving this one to my partner, if you didn't realize it. Mutual of the year, mutual valuable player, most valuable partner, Minnesotan Gothic. My lovely Liz, I love you so much. How could this award go to anyone else? Like, if you thought I was gonna go to anyone else, you're sorely mistaken. Obviously, it's gonna go to the bae that I met on Tumblr. So thank you for attending the Oomphy and thank you for attending the Catgirl Titties NBA Oomphy Awards. If you like this, let me know. If you didn't make this list at all and you're surprised that you didn't make this, DM me, and you'll be in the next one. I promise you we'll make a funny little video to follow up on this one. And if you were on this list, you liked it, send me a message, and yeah, let's have a nice 2025, everybody. And I am so glad that I got to be your friend this year, and I hope to be your friend for the rest of your life.